we ready to begin?
Good morning!
My name is Misty.
Come on, Ike, it's time.
We would be honored if you would join us.
The greatest adventure of all time.
We just become best friends.
Yup!
Come on, let's get in character.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Oh, come on!
Be excellent to each other.
Whoa.
What's up, Bill?
What's up, Ted?
What do you want to talk about today, dude?
Talk about me.
Cool.
Keanu Reeves.
Hey, you don't look like Keanu Reeves.
I'm not.
Oh.
But I do have a photo of him pulled up if you want to show the world how attractive Keanu Reeves.
Welcome back to Misty and Keanu, everybody.
Look at that. He's just a beautiful man.
He is pretty hot.
Yeah.
Your boy Ike used to have hair like that.
I have never seen these photos, and until I do, I don't believe you.
They're hanging in my house.
I've never seen them.
Okay.
And I've been in your house.
When I didn't have okay, whatever. Let's just take my word for it. Your boy Ike used to have beautiful hair like your boy Keanu.
Okay.
We're best friends, pretty much. He just doesn't know it yet.
Okay.
I have all kinds of facts and figures. I got the money side.
Okay.
I know how much he's worth. I know how much he's made at the box office.
And I've just got some very interesting things about him.
Okay, hit me with an interesting thing.
Well, his name is a great way to start out.
Yeah.
Keanu
means
a cool breeze through the mountains.
Let's do it in our voiceover voices. A cool breeze through the mountains.
You added a word in
Sorry.
there.
Through the mountains?
A cool breeze through the mountains.
Keanu.
Sounds like a perfume ad.
Yeah, let's do it in our perfume voices. Keanu. For men.
Keanu. A cool breeze
for men.
Through the mountains.
A parfum de men.
So aside from his name, though, everyone thinks of Keanu as very apple pie Americana, right?
Yep.
He was born in Beirut, Lebanon.
Oh, he can't be the president.
And he then moved to Sydney, Australia, and then New York City, and eventually Toronto.
Yep.
He was born to Chinese, English, Irish, Native, Hawaiian, and Portuguese descent.
That's a lot of moms and dads, dude.
That's a lot of moms and dads, dude. He spent most of his time as a child before obtaining a green card in Canada. So then he got a green card through his American stepfather. To this day, despite his success in America, he maintains his Canadian citizenship. So...
Do you want to know my favorite fact about Keanu?
Tell me.
Keanu attended high school in Canada.
Yes, in Canada-shire.
But he was often expelled, so he ended up attending 4 different high schools. Eventually, he dropped out when he was 17 to pursue acting.
Okay.
Your boy Keanu.
Never graduated high school.
Not a little bit. Not even a little bit.
You know what? Nothing wrong with that, buddy.
That's my favorite fact.
Not one thing wrong with that.
I love it.
He was, despite the fact that he couldn't stay in high school, he played hockey.
Oh, yeah.
All throughout school and co-coached a hockey club. He tried out for the Windsor Spitfires, a hockey team in the Ontario Hockey League. He turned it down, believing his future was in performing, however. But later, in 1986's Youngblood, he got to play a hockey pro beside Rob Lowe and Patrick Swayze. The first movie he did with Patrick Swayze.
In Youngblood?
Youngblood.
Oh, I'm thinking Young Guns. I'm like, they didn't.
Yeah, no, different movie.
And
it was about hockey, not about cowboys.
Yep.
Yeah.
He also considered playing ice hockey for the Canadian Olympics team.
Man, he's just all full of surprises.
He changed his mind and decided to be an actor when he was just 15.
Okay.
Like he had the option at 15. He knew he was so good he can either be an Olympian.
But he is. There's just something so pure about that man that in his head he just went, whoa, I can do what I want.
Yeah.
I can play hockey in the Olympics, or I can go be a famous movie star. And he did it.
He did it. He moved to Los Angeles when he was 19 years old.
You know, his mom was a costume designer.
Oh, that would help.
So, here's the thing. So his mom was a costume designer. She made him all these elaborate Halloween costumes when he was a kid. And she would sometimes bring clients over to the house. Among them, her friend Alice Cooper.
Cool.
He brought fake vomit and dog poo to terrorize the housekeeper. He'd hang out like a regular dude, is what Reeves has said about him.
Wow.
Yeah.
He was in a ton of stuff before he was a leading man.
He sure was. He did all kinds of commercials and TV. Yeah.
I mean, okay, if you're watching at home, here's the scroll.
The scroll is ridiculous. Like he's so much stuff.
Hanging in 1984, and Coca-Cola, Coke It Is, start his career in 1984, and then you scroll. That's 6 years of credits, and then that's his first leading role in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure in 1990. And then from there on, it's
Parenthood, he had a fairly leading role in the Parenthood movie that was before that.
A fairly leading role or the actual leading role?
Well, it was an ensemble cast.
Well, this here says
Keanu's
first leading role it was in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
The writer chose to write that.
It ended up being unexpectedly successful.
Because it was amazing.
And then the turning point in Reeves' career came when he landed the leading role in Speed in 1994.
So good.
This blockbuster hit skyrocketed his career. He's been successful enough to be more selective about his work. Since then, he's happily taken supporting roles as well as parts in experimental films. And that is how he got to the enormous net worth of...
Tell me.
We got to guess. I keep forgetting.
380 million.
That's because you're reading the screen.
No, it's not. I was looking up at the light.
It's 360.
I can't even read it. I can't see it.
That doesn't... Okay. It's 360 million. But that was way too close to be a guess. I'm just going to go ahead and...
I'm sad that you don't believe me.
Well, be sad. It's a sad day.
I'm sad because I actually called a number right.
Okay.
For once.
Leave a comment and see if Misty guessed it or if she just read it off the screen.
I still can't even read it. I don't have my glasses on.
That's not the point. It looks enough like 380 from here.
I don't even know where it's at on the screen.
It's right there.
Where's your cursor?
Okay. I'm just saying.
Fine. Put your cursor on it.
If you like it, then you should have put a... Sorry, folks.
I'm blind, you guys. Without my glasses, I can't see shit.
Okay, so if you combine all of the money at the box office that every movie that he's ever been in.
Okay.
Can you see that?
No.
Okay.
I can't see that either.
Oh, you definitely can't read that. Our set's falling apart right there when I'm banging on my desk. I think I can get this one to go too. It's in the billions. I'll tell you that.
I would assume so with the matrices.
Matrices is. Yeah.
Matrices.
Matrices.
I don't know.
He's a matrices. 3,816,253,000.
Wow.
699.
Okay.
I don't know how they got it down to this specific dollar, but
I'm not sure either. I would think that'd be ever changing with streaming platforms.
yeah, if he makes any more movies or if he just waits a year. Do you have a spider on you?
I thought so. I think it was one of the cords fell.
This is...
But man, I thought I had a spider on my leg.
This is falling apart.
Oh, God.
Boom.
I'm fine.
That didn't work. I scared myself yesterday. If more box office comes in, he'll be over the 4 billion mark.
He will. I just assumed like I said, the matrices would take it over a bill alone.
What? How old do you think he is?
Late 50s?
56.
Perfect.
September
age.
2nd. Oh, I'm doing it again.
What?
Today's September 2nd. Sorry. I was going to be like, it's his birthday.
Whoa!
Coming up soon. Sorry, guys. We pre-record these, and it seems like a coincidence when I read these.
Yeah.
Misty still picks the topics. She just tells me before we record now.
Yeah. I pre-produce and figure out what's going on that day.
Yeah.
But we're recording so far in the future right now that we've lost track of what the actual day is.
What is today's? This is exactly a month ago.
Okay.
This is the 3rd of August when we're recording it on September 3rd. Weird. 56 years old he is.
Well, if I were to give you some names.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of how to make this a game for you. So there really isn't a way. He tried to rename himself. He was very hesitant to go into auditions because he thought that his first name was hard to pronounce and seemed a little too exotic. So in order to combat that, he began using KC Reeves.
Oh, boy.
Chuck Spadina.
Okay.
And Paige Templeton III.
But Keanu's stuck, huh?
Keanu's stuck.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you remember last week when we did an episode on River Phoenix?
I do.
Well, Keanu Reeves became best friends with River Phoenix while filming a movie.
Yeah.
When
Private Idaho.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when Keanu saw the script for My Own Private Idaho, he thought River was perfect fit for the role. He drove his motorcycle over 1,000 miles to hand deliver the script to River and convince him to take the role. Yeah, I didn't know Keanu was in it also.
That's real cool.
So they did that movie together, huh?
That's real cool. Yeah, they did. They were the two. That's when I was a college kid. I loved that movie. My God, I don't even know how many times I watched it.
Do you remember Speed 2?
I do remember Speed 2.
You know who wasn't in it?
Keanu Reeves. Jason
Exactly.
Patrick was in it.
Do you want to know?
I
you want to know why he turned it down?
Because he was so in love with Sandra Bullock, he couldn't stand to be around her for one more moment.
Well, he didn't like the script.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, that's one way of doing it. I guess.
Decided that he would rather tour with his band and play Hamlet in a 798-seat theater production in Winnipeg.
What's his band's name? I can't remember. It's something great. They're actually really good.
Dog Star.
That's it. He can literally do anything.
He's the bass player.
He's so good.
Like your boy.
That's right.
I'm on track to become Keanu Reeves. Holy cow. I've got 14 years to figure it out. 15 years to figure it out.
It's
true. As a result of turning Speed 2 down.
Yeah.
More shit falling off the disc. That was an $11 million payday that he turned down. Mm-hmm. And he was blacklisted from 20th Century Fox for 10 years.
Well, you know what? F them.
Then he came back and made The Matrix.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if The Matrix was 20th Century Fox.
Well, apparently he's done that kind of thing. Like, he's been very adamant about how the way he wants things done a lot. Because so he's done things like defer his salary to get other actors in movies with him.
Yep.
So
And make the movie better.
Right.
Yeah.
In the past, he's worked with Al Pacino in The Devil's Advocate, Gene Hackman in The Replacements, Jack Nicholson in Something's Gotta Give. Mm-hmm. So in the first two instances, to get Al Pacino and Gene Hackman into the movies, he deferred his compensation in order for the production to free up some of their budget to afford those actors. And his actual words, "Is that all I have to do?" He asked the producers. "Sure. What else do I have to do? Because I'll do it." And they were like, "Well, that's it." And he's like, "Yeah, they can have some. Yeah, here."
But if I'm Al Pacino and I found out that you personally gave up $1 million of your own money, I would give it back to you. I would give it back to you.
Right. So would I.
Yeah.
Right.
He offered up $1 million of his paycheck on The Devil's Advocate for Al Pacino.
Yeah.
And then he took a pay cut out of his share of the ticket profit. So his post profit sharing money from the first Matrix, not all three. So the producers could afford better special effects, and that ended up costing him $38 million.
And you know what? It was so worth it.
Some rumors say up to $100 million.
Yeah.
That's
wow.
Nuts. But he has.
Oh God, how good is The Devil's Advocate? Now that we're talking about that movie.
Oh my goodness, I watched it so many times.
Charlize Theron in that movie is ridiculous. Like she literally falls off the edge of sanity.
He's got a southern drawl in that movie.
And so does she, and it's so awful, but it's so great.
So bad. And then it's Al Pacino.
Well, and it's Lars's ex-wife is the sister character with the red hair, the temptress sister that gets him in trouble.
Oh, she's very attractive.
That's one of Lars's ex-wives.
Yeah.
She's lovely. She's a very lovely lady. I enjoyed her very much. Lovely.
Wait, isn't that the same girl that was in, again, for the second time this week, Starship Troopers?
She was, I believe.
She showed her boobies in the shower.
Oh, wait.
I think so.
I'm gonna look her up. Hold on.
Okay, but while you talk about that, did I tell you about how much he's worth?
Well, I said 380.
We did talk about that.
360.
I'm sorry, I just clicked on the wrong tab. But now that we know how much money he gave up, he could be well into the 400s.
He probably could, yeah.
Or if he didn't give up that money for post, maybe The Matrix would have sucked and people wouldn't have liked it as much, and they wouldn't have made the second and third ones, and he wouldn't have been worth 360 in the second place.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I'm blowing my own
So
friends.
her name is Connie Nielsen.
Okay.
And like I said, she's lovely. She's Danish. And the internet's really slow. And it's not pulling up so I can see if she was in Starship Troopers or not.
I'll tell you from her picture. No, that's not her.
I didn't think so. I was like, I don't think so. She's been in a couple of great things, though. She's very talented.
I remember her for something else.
Yeah. But someday, when the internet pulls it up.
No. I'm on the wrong person. This is Bonnie Nielsen from 1973.
I was like, that's not even the same person, I don't think. Why is your internet working fast and mine is not?
I have a better computer than you do.
That is not correct.
It's a Macintosh. Yours is clearly a Dell.
It is a Macintosh with that case on it.
With a Dell case on it? Are we trying to sneak around?
It
Like, I
says
don't-
in case. In case.
Yeah, just in case you have a shitty computer in there. How do you spell Nelson? Nielsen.
Nielsen. Lose.
Oh, she was in Gladiator.
Oh yeah, she definitely was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's a babe.
She's the mom in Wonder Woman on the island.
Oh,
She's Wonder Woman's mom.
Wonder Woman 1984. Yeah, she's a babe. She's not the person I was thinking of though.
I didn't think so.
Wait, she was in The Devil's Advocate? You sure? What year did that come out?
Well, it says right here, Nielsen appeared in films such as The Devil's Advocate in 1997.
I gotta go rewatch that. I don't think she was the seductress though in The Devil's
Yes,
Advocate.
she absolutely was. She was younger because it was 1997. She had very curly red hair.
Oh, interesting. The Devil's Advocate. Yeah, she was Christabella
Wouldn't believe me if I told you, but
No, I wouldn't. Why would I do that?
looking at basically the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see if they got a picture of her on the IMDb Bizzle under The Devil's Advocate. Let's watch the trailer. Let's not.
I don't think we should do that.
We're out of time anyway.
I was like, yeah,
Yep.
I don't think we should do that.
That's more than 15 minutes on. Here's some. Never mind.
Sorry.
That's all we know about Keanu Reeves in 15 minutes.
We only got 15.
We're
so.
trying to keep it. We're trying to dial it back. So to that end, tomorrow's Food Friday, and you know what that means?
Sometimes it's rice and sometimes it's beans.
And we're talking about waffles.
Okay, bye.
Bye.